With the release of the new LEGO set, the Shire, we now have 3 LEGO Lord of the Rings set options available for purchase: Rivendell, Barad-dûr, and the Shire. Plus, if you're skeptical about getting the Shire, there's also the original Bag End, which Colin's going to show you here. It's called an Unexpected Gathering, and it's on the second-hand market. So, for you Lord of the Rings fans out there, if you're wondering which one is the best, or if you could only get one, which one it should be, we are here for you. We're going to break them down. We're going to look at the building experiences, minifigs, display value, and overall quality so that you can match them up side by side. Oh, and Colin lost his voice.
Hey everybody.
So I get to be in charge of this video. Let's dive in. We'll start with the building experience, and within that, start with the most basic. The Unexpected Gathering was a nice set when it came out in 2012, and certainly retains its charms. But in terms of being an engaging building experience today, there's a lot to be desired. There are no real angles to speak of, there's only a bit of snot work, and there aren't too many techniques that pop out today as being creative. To be fair, this isn't an 18+ set, so we shouldn't pile on the expectations. And this set does have other virtues we'll talk about later, but it's the worst of the 4 in this category. The Shire is much more impressive in this regard compared to the Unexpected Gathering. In our recent review, I noted some of the very strong building techniques, including the boomerang fence, the construction of the front door area, the angles by the sides, and even some of the smaller features, such as the chairs. As an 18+ icon set, there were moments in the building experience that jumped out as being very fun and engaging, even though both trees were terrible builds. We're going to keep moving up the ladder of quality builds by examining Barad-dûr, which has some incredible building techniques in it. The angles of the first 2 levels were excellently done, as were some of the snot-based windows as you move up the tower. The Eye was a particularly fun build, and there were little Easter eggs built into the set, such as compartments that store various items, Sauron's throne that can be pulled out to reveal a palantir, and the evil presence of lava all around the base. There were a couple of spots that were repetitive, but these comprised a small percentage of the overall build. That leaves Rivendell, which is the best building experience of the lot, and it's not even close. The gazebo is incredibly well built, resting on a round platform formed with snot techniques. The angles and use of vine pieces work incredibly well to replicate the source material. The subtle angles in the layout of the set demonstrate the nuance of the Rivendell terrain. Whether it's the entrance, Council of Elrond area, or the tower on the left, there are so many incredible building techniques that we were constantly wowed while constructing the set. While there was some tedium in tiling the roof and layering cypress tree, the size of the set reduced those moments to a relatively low amount. When it comes to building experience, Rivendell clearly comes out the top. But what about minifigs? This is a highly competitive category, as there are a lot of great minifigs in these sets. We'll go in chronological order, starting with the Unexpected Gathering, which comes with 6 minifigures. Gandalf isn't unique to this set, but many of the other minifigs are. There's Dwalin, Bombur, Bofur, and Balin from among the dwarfs. All of these have unique elements to them, but Bombur and Bofur are the rarest of the lot. This is the only set in which you could get them. Rivendell is a behemoth of a set, and it comes with an incredible 21 minifigures. 6 of them are different types of elf statues, which may not excite a lot of people, but their torsos and demeanor are very well done. You also get every member of the Fellowship. While each is technically unique, non-caped versions of Frodo and Sam appear in Barad-dûr, Gandalf's robe and torso appear in the Shire, and Pippin's torso is used in some Harry Potter sets. The rest of the Fellowship, Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas, and Boromir, are all unique to this set, even though their characters have appeared in other Lord of the Rings sets. However, the torsos for Legolas and Boromir are particularly sharp, as is the elegant printing on their legs. However, when this set was revealed, I was immediately drawn to Elrond and Arwen. Elrond's dark red robes flow beautifully down the length of the minifig, and the silver tiara printing on his head is excellent. Arwen's torso has the even star printed on it, and the white dress with silver dots is fantastic. Lastly, there is an old version of Bilbo, which was the first time we got him with white hair, although the Shire also does so, just in a different outfit. Barad-dûr is an interesting set when it comes to minifigs, because you get it for about the same price as Rivendell, but it comes with half the minifigures. You get a Frodo and Sam that are basically the same as in Rivendell, just without the capes. There are 4 generic orcs, all of which have unique torsos, which also can work well as an outlaw faction. Gollum is very similar to the version that came in the original Lord of the Rings lineup, but with some subtle differences in the face, particularly with his worn eyes, cheek lines, and fuller smile. Gothmog is very well done, with torso printing, a detailed breastplate with armor printing, and a unique head that adequately shows off his grotesque figure. The Mouth of Sauron is another great minifig, which first came in 2013's The Battle at the Black Gate. This minifig is very similar, but has a few more printed lines on the torso and legs. Of course, the real treasure of Barad-dûr is Sauron, with beautiful chainmail printing on his legs and torso, shoulder armor, and helmet piece with lots of long spikes and a black cape. Finally, there's the Shire, which comes with 9 unique minifigures. Gandalf is nearly identical to his Rivendell version, but comes with a new face printing. Sam has the same face and hair as in the other sets, but he gets a new torso. We've seen multiple prior versions of Merry and Pippin, but their torsos are especially nice in this set. Merry's bright light orange vest and gold buttons really pop, particularly when juxtaposed with Pippin's dark green vest with gold trim. Frodo's new face printing is very accurate. His copper filigree is beautifully done, and his dark blue and light flesh dual molded legs are new. Bilbo may not be as ornately dressed, but his dark red and dark green jacket with dark orange vest is a very strong torso. To us, the highlights of the minifigs are Farmer and Mrs. Proudfoot and Rosie Cotton. Mrs. Proudfoot comes with a brand new skirt piece in tan, along with a torso featuring an olive green dress and tan sash. Including Rosie Cotton was a great choice, as her dark blue skirt, sand blue corset, and tousled hair match her appearance at Bilbo's birthday party. It's tough to settle on which one we like best, but we're going with An Unexpected Gathering. It's tough to beat 4 rare and unique minifigs in a set, what was a $70 set. Of course, it is hard to argue with Elrond and Arwen from Rivendell. This category is a bit of a taster's choice. If you like huge LEGO sets, Rivendell and Barad-dûr are incredible. But if you're limited on display space, you might be more going for the Shire or An Unexpected Gathering. Besides the size of these sets, there are other worthwhile display characteristics. Barad-dûr is a mass of black, punctuated by some dark blay in the middle and various shades of orange and red at the bottom to represent lava. The eye at the top is instantly recognizable, and the light feature is a nice addition. It is thus a dark and foreboding presence in your display, suitable for such an evil character. Rivendell, on the other hand, is light and hopeful. Its warm fall foliage bursting out against the pristine white columns, bubbling waterfall, and stone gray tower. The angularity makes it difficult to place on a normal bookshelf, but if you have a table out in the open somewhere, it will really shine. I know the roof is a bit tedious to build, but it looks incredible, and that's mainly the point of a $500 LEGO set. The 2 bag-end focused sets are filled with greenery and foliage, as you would expect from such an iconic Shire location. The difference in the 2, other than size, is the amount of layering, contouring, and detail in the new version. The Unexpected Gathering was a fantastic little set in its day, but the new one is much more substantial in so many ways. This category, more than the others, really depends on your preferences and space situation. But for us, with our ModuSpace shelves, it's clearly Rivendell. And honestly, it's the one we judge all other sets by. Which of these 4 sets would we recommend getting? Our family was split. It wouldn't be an unexpected gathering, which if you get it secondhand on Bricklink is going to cost you almost as much as the Shire. So we can rule that one out. The Shire does look very good, but price is a huge issue, as we covered in our review. If your budget is more limited, we recommend waiting for a better price and going with this one. But if you're able to save up the money, our overall pick was an easy one, Rivendell. It costs just slightly more than Barad-dûr, it has more minifigs, and is more attractive. Unless you like big, dark, black towers, like our oldest daughter does. When Rivendell was released, we argued that it was the set of the decade. Now, 2 years later, we stand by that claim, even as we see other options. What's your favorite Lord of the Rings set? Comment below. Thanks for watching, and always remember to keep building together.